this problem, we are trying to find all numbers disappeared in an array given a range from 1 to n, and that's about it. So in this case, there's a follow-up question where it is asking, could you solve it without extra space in ON runtime? And we may assume that this doesn't count as extra space. So in this case, since it is in the range of this one, unsorted right here, and we can apply cyclic sort pattern into it and swap them in place, so where we don't need extra space. And then it's like for the range, we could actually just on the created nums, we could just like compare them and find this numbers. So let's jump into that right away. So while k is smaller than nums length, so this is starting from 1. So what we are trying to do, we are trying to sort it and then use the same array and swap their places. So we can say correct id x, it's from nums, because like we will be using the value of the nums array as its indexes as well. And since this is starting from 1, so we can just track 1. Now we can say if this correct id x is smaller than nums.length and nums k not equals to nums correct id x, then do the swapping. So in temp nums k equals to nums correct id x, now nums correct id x equals to temp. So we did the swapping. Else, just keep going with our loop. So this in this approach right here, we have modified our nums and sorted in with the given numbers. We put the numbers in their appropriate places. However, there are some numbers that is going to be missing. So for that, since we are not counting this integer result as an extra space, we can utilize this array list, and we'll just go over our constructed newly modified nums array, and then from here we will just compare this nums I with the number. So if they're not equal to each other, and then since this was starting from 1, we'll just add to 1. If they're not equal to each other, then we can collect this into our array, this number, because they did not match. So that's our number right there. So, and disappearing number as well, because they didn't match. Because in here, it's like there's going to be on the 5th index, there's going to be on the 4th index in this array, there's going to be a number which is not equal to this 5. So this is we can say that this is missing. So in the end, we'll just return result. So let's run our code. Perfect. So in this approach, time complexity is O of n, where n is the length of this nums array, and space complexity is constant.